Hello, welcome to my channel, Autumn Moon the Mage. This is a general reading in regards to love for Capricorn. It is general, so it might not resonate for you. If you're drawn to the message, perhaps there is something here intended for you, or perhaps the entire message is, but if any portion of it does not resonate for you, don't try to force it. Just take what is yours and leave the rest behind. We are starting with the Journey into Love, the Journey of Love Oracle deck here. Just wanted to get an overall message for like where you are on that journey, okay? Then we're going to use the tarot to look at what your person's thoughts are in regards to what their feelings are and what their hopes for the future are in regards to you. And then last, we're going to get one more message from the Journey of Love as advice. So to start, your overall message or your overall place currently in your journey of love, we get card number 68, which says drop into your heart. Drop into your heart. The message intended with this card is actually it's asking, the message is to offer whatever is in your heart to the universe. So if you focus within yourself, and whether you're finding pain or burden or love, whatever it is, open that heart up to the universe or to God or whatever it is that you believe in. You're just being called to, or you're in a place of doing that where your heart has been opened and you are just freely releasing it, and when you open your heart in that way, you're also opening yourself up to receive a gift, and so that's what this card refers to. So either you should do that and you're being called to, or that is a position that you're finding yourself in now, with your heart open to the universe, releasing the pain, the burden, and possibly like the love, which doesn't mean letting go of it necessarily. It just means not bearing the weight of it, if that makes sense. And when you do that, when you open yourself up, like I said, you allow a gift to come back to you. And that's what that's about. So let's take a look now at the person you're connecting with. Let's take a look at, can we get 2 cards for their thoughts in regards to Capricorn? What are their thoughts in regards to Capricorn? The person connecting with Capricorn, what are their thoughts in regards to Capricorn? Can we get 2 cards, please? Ooh. So the first card we get is the 3 of Wands. This is actually, that's really great energy, really great thoughts for them to have, because the 3 of Wands talks about planning for the future. In this card here, there's a man, a woman, and a baby. Okay. And the baby represents something new that they've created together. And so their thoughts in regards to you have to do with building on to what is already there, because also in the 3 of Wands, we've made some kind of track towards what we want. We have taken action for it, and now we find ourselves almost to it, and it talks about that final push to get there, and the excitement, and the hope that situation brings. So this is really their thoughts are in regards to the future and building more. Okay, we also get the Justice card, which is Libra energy. You might be dealing with a Libra, but justice has to do with balance and doing what's right and what's fair. So however that resonates for you, they are thinking about the future, and they really want to balance things out. They want to make things fair. The Justice card can also have to do with marriage. If you feel that resonates for you, it can have to do with marriage, but generally speaking, it's about balancing. It's about fairness, specifically, fairness. So they're thinking of the future and they're thinking of making things fair. Let's take a look now at their emotions in regards to how does this person feel about Capricorn. Can we get 2 cards? How does this person feel? How does this person feel about Capricorn, please? Okay, so normally I draw out all the cards and then I clarify, but I feel I feel like I need to clarify the Justice card now, so I'm going to just go ahead and do that real quick. That might be why I'm not able to answer my next question. Normally I can, but I feel kind of stuck in this Justice card. What is the Justice in regards to their thoughts? Their thoughts in regards to Capricorn. What is that Justice card about? Can you clarify the Justice card? Sometimes a full deck can be so hard to shuffle, especially with these thicker decks. Can you clarify the Justice card? Please feel free to fast forward if you need to, if the shuffling takes a minute. The Three of Wands and the Six of Wands. Excuse me, that doesn't super clarify it for us, does it? The Three of Wands again is this moving forward, you know. They want to take that final step and they want to do it successfully. The Six of Wands is a victory card. So they're not really, I don't feel that that clarifies the Justice card. Maybe it clarifies it for you, but they just want to be successful. But this doesn't just talk about their success within themselves, especially this particular Six of Wands. You can see there's like this crowd cheering for them, sort of. Maybe you can see there's hands out there like raised up for them, like they're cheering for them, almost in praise of them. And it's kind of like possibly here that they want to succeed not just in their own eyes, but in the eyes of others. Like they want to move forward in a way that is not just accepted, but rejoiced by others, you know, with the Six of Wands there. Let's see now if we can get, how do they feel? What are their feelings in regards to Capricorn? Please, 2 cards. 3 at max. Can we get the World? Okay. Can we get 2 more? Well, why did I just, dang it. Can we please tell us, how does this person feel in regards to Capricorn? What are their feelings for Capricorn? How do they feel about Capricorn? No, not 5 cards. How do they feel about Capricorn, please? The 8 of Cups. That's interesting. The World card indicates that something has been completed. They feel success. Sorry. The World card means that something that I've worked at, I have completed. And in doing that, another door opens. And oddly, the 8 of Cups, or not oddly, I suppose, talks about letting go of things that haven't served us so that we can move forward towards something that has. And so the 8 of Cups is often considered a sad card, but it's really a hopeful card because in the 8 of Cups, we've let go or we're letting go of those things that don't no longer nurture us, those things that we've fed into, those things that we've poured our hearts into, and we're holding on to just one cup, and we're taking that cup and moving forward. And in this deck specifically, I find it very interesting because the story here in the Eight of Cups, this deck here, by the way, is called, oh, let me see here, Journey into the Hidden Realm. And this card, every card has a story with it. And I've read this story, and in it he's confused. And he feels lost. He's confused and he feels lost. And there's this whole storm raging behind him. And he has a deep love for the moon, which is out there in the distance, but it's clouded by all these clouds and storms, okay? And he can't see his way back to it. And so he stops and he's like pondering over this bowl, which has the cycles of the moon on it. And as he's there, he's trying to like center himself again by looking down at this bowl. He centers himself and he remembers. He feels that connection between him and the moon, of course, is his love and it's his hope. And he's when he centers himself, he feels that connection, and he knows that he can rely on that connection, that hope. He can turn away from the bowl. He no longer needs to like focus on it to keep himself connected to her, the moon. He can walk away and walk into the storm or walk through the storm and rely on that connection to get him to her. And anyway, so it's a card of finding that hope and walking away from those things that we were like holding on to. And so, I mean, it really is a positive card, or it's a positive thing overall, but maybe doesn't feel positive. I will clarify these things for you in just a minute, but let's see if we can look at their hope for the future with you. What are they hoping for in the future with Capricorn, please? What are their hopes for the future with Capricorn? All right, so what we get here, we got 3 cards, which is fine. We got the Five of Wands, which is a card of, well, it's an acknowledgement that there's struggle or there's a battle, but a desire to push through it, okay? Because in the Five of Wands, we want to succeed. This is want to succeed in whatever we want. This, I've also read this story. It talks a lot about how our passions push us forward and how it's very difficult to tame a fire. It's very difficult to manage a fire, you know? And so it talks about that passion within us and how we get pushed forward to succeed. This is like a very passionate desire to accomplish what you want to accomplish, okay? We also get the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. As future energy, that's interesting. The Page of Cups can sometimes be an apology, but the Page of Cups is really like an opening of our heart. It's a small gesture. And the Page of Swords is, well, it's an understanding. We're going to actually clarify these and see what information we can get out of it. For future energy, the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. Yeah, let's go ahead and clarify. Okay, let's go ahead. I know you're probably more curious about their feelings, but I'm actually more curious about the future. The Five of Wands, like I said, is a card that acknowledges conflict, but is a desire to push through, you know, to still succeed. Wands are things that we feel very passionate about. They're the fires that light within us. And so we feel very strongly about them, and we're not afraid to compete. We're not afraid to fight for that fire. Do you know what I mean? So that's what this is about. But it's interesting that they would see conflict, but in a way it is positive because there's like I said, that desire to continue fighting. Both of the pages here both talk about potential, you know, with this card here, this Page of Cups. In the book, they talk about this woman, and she's sitting here so still. She's not moving at all, but when you watch her, it looks almost like like her skin is alive. That sounds so creepy all of a sudden. Not in a creepy way. Don't be creepy, okay? They mean she looks alive is what they say, kind of like the face of a lake, how it's not, even when it's not moving, you can still, there's so much below it and you can like see evidence of that. And that's kind of what they talk about. And they talk about how she is kind of becoming water, and water is it represents our emotions, our feelings, our heart. And so she's gazing into this cup and she's allowing it to like make her more and more of it, okay? The water and the emotions and the heart. So they're both cards of potential, but I think it's interesting that they come out because it kind of feels like this is a connection you're already in. And so it's interesting that page energy is coming up in the future, but pages, sometimes we need to reignite fires within a connection, we need to open new doors. We need to push forward as a couple, and in that we would find ourselves in a state of having so much potential to build off of that. The Page of Swords here, this one talks about her dedication um, to her task. She's like training how to use this sword, and it talks about her dedication and how she believes that that with that dedication, she'll be able to be so much more. But I'm curious about what that more is with the Page of Swords there. And I'm curious about what this conflict is. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify these real quick, and then we'll clarify their feelings, okay? Five of Wands. Can you please clarify the Five of Wands for what they hope for in the future with Capricorn? Please clarify the Five of Wands. Because if we're looking at future hopes, it seems odd to hope for conflict, right? So that seems like that can't be the message. But I do understand a desire to succeed or a desire to fight through whatever conflict you find. The Eight of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Moon. So the Eight of Swords refers to feeling trapped in our thoughts. In the Eight of Swords, we're letting our thoughts stop us from setting ourselves free. We let a thought consume us and trap us so that we cannot move forward in something. But the Hierophant talks about moving forward. The Hierophant is about taking the next step, not just okay, here. So the Hierophant can sometimes be a marriage card or a wedding because it talks about following the proper steps, like, and this is only standing out to me because over here they're looking for success, not just in their eyes, but in the eyes of others. And this talks about conformity, and it talks about wanting to take each step as intended, like this is what we're supposed to do next, and then we're supposed to do this next, and then we're supposed to do this next, and following that, and not just like path, not just steps you take as a couple, but as individuals, what does society expect me to do? What does my religion expect me to do? Because this can be a card of religion or faith. But it talks about those steps. And so it's like they're trapped because of this energy here, what is the next step? What is the next proper step? And the Moon here talks about illusion. It talks about things not being what it seems. And so there may be something here about the path that you're following being in their eyes off the right course or off the expected course, and that being hidden and having to deal with that conflict, because that is a conflict when you're hiding who you are, when you're hiding a part of yourself. So that could have to do with this. Okay, this could also just be personal growth, like their own personal growth in some way. They're trying to move forward, they're trying to succeed, they're trying to do better, and that's causing conflict and the need to hide it, or this feeling of it not being able to be obvious. The moon also talks about fears, and it could be that they are afraid of moving forward, and that's part of what's trapping them, is that fear to take the next step, to do what's needed next, with the moon card there. So that's what this Five of Wands is. So they want to push through. They are stuck with this Eight of Swords. Like, they acknowledge, I'm holding myself back. I'm doing that because I want to take these steps forward. And with the Five of Wands here, they want to push. They want to succeed. They want to overcome whatever is holding them back. And when you look at it that way, you can see why they would want this potential in their future. They would want the opportunity to succeed. And so that begins with first this potential and this dedication, like, and this willingness to open yourselves up to it in ways that you maybe aren't able to at this moment, or in ways that they're struggling to at this moment. Let's clarify the Page of Swords there. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Let's see if we can get less. Let's see if we can get less cards. Can you clarify that with less cards? The Page of Swords. Can you clarify that for us? There was something there about lies and overcoming lies, but also about self-love and passion. Energy about passion. Can you please clarify the Page of Swords? Page of Swords also is a card. The swords represent knowledge and understanding and honesty and logic, We get the Ten of Pentacles and the Fool. So the Ten of Pentacles is a card of family, but it's also a card of commitment and stability and, having all of that with somebody, sharing all of our life with somebody, all of the life that you live. Okay, and the Fool energy, this is Aries, so you might be dealing with an Aries, but this is diving in, wanting to dive into something here. So that Page of Swords, like I said, is potential. And she believes that if she focuses on what her task is, like if she gives it her all and all of her dedication, then one day she will become more. And I feel like what that more is this this committed energy and finding that freedom. This card also talks about freedom. This one here. And it's freedom that she'll give herself, It talks about that freedom. And with the Fool here, doesn't she look free of worries and free of burdens? Like, she's just falling into that water. She's just giving herself over to it. I don't know. I see this as water down here, but maybe it's not. But she's letting herself fall. And with the Fool energy, there is no fear. There's courage, and there's maybe, as it may be foolish, but wanting to dive in, wanting to just give into it. And so, yeah, I feel like that's what they're hoping for in the future there, is that they'll be able to push past whatever's holding them back, and they'll be able to dive into this this 10 of Pentacles, which is that commitment, okay? Let's take a look at how they're feeling. Although like I said, both of these cards talk of endings, so I get why that would be scary as a viewer, like as the Capricorn, but it doesn't feel like they want an ending with you. This world is something that they feel that they've completed. The world is great, really positive energy, and the Eight of Cups, like I said, can be really hopeful energy. Let's see if we can clarify the world, how this person feels about Capricorn. I like your readings recently, Capricorn. I think they're great. If you saw my reading, then you'd be like, whoa, whoa. It was heavy. It was so heavy. And this just feels so clear and really, this Eight of Cups is really something we have to do. We have to let go of things so that we can move forward. Closing doors opens others, you know, and setting ourselves free of things allows for so much opportunity. There's really so much here about the future and hope, and a commitment and dedication to like getting there. The Five of Cups. So we were asking for clarification on the world, and the Five of Cups represents depression. It represents being sad. This person is focused so much on the sad things that they don't realize that possibilities that are there. And so with the World card, when we're asking what have they completed, like what have they finished, and we get the Five of Cups, I think that's a good sign. It means that they have they feel like they're out of this sadness. Like I'm clear of it, you know, and I'm no longer depressed. I'm no longer focused on my depression and the things that went wrong, you know, the places I've invested my heart that didn't turn out the way I wanted them to. I'm no longer obsessing over that. I've completed that phase and I've opened a door. Well, that's really great. Let's take a look at that Eight of Cups. Can you clarify the Eight of Cups? We get the Ace of Swords, which is an understanding. It's a light bulb. It's a light bulb clicking on. Okay. It can also be a message of truth and clarity and honesty. So this may be something they want to express to you. The fact that they're letting go of these things that they need to walk away from, or this is a realization that this is what they need to do. But the Eight of Cups, we're asking about feelings, and in the Eight of Cups, like I said, he was very confused and he was very uncertain of where to go and what to do, and towards the end of his story, he's focusing on that hope for the future, that hope for what he wants, and he's going to pour himself into that and rely on that to push himself forward. And so this could be a realization that that's what's happening within them with the Ace of Swords there, or like I said, it could be a communication. They may want to share this information with you. So let's go ahead now and get advice message for you from the Journey of Love deck here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this resonated for you. I hope it brought you some kind of clarity into the person you're connecting with. And if you did like it, if it did resonate, I'd love to hear about it if you wouldn't mind liking the video to let me know it resonated, or posting a comment if you feel comfortable. Posting a comment below, that would be awesome. But either way, thank you so much for watching. It means a great deal to me. All right, so the card that we get is card 19, Shakti. When I saw it, right when this card came out, I thought of fire. I mean, it's so bright. and it looks like fire. Oh, sorry, just a sec. Sorry about that. It makes me think of fire, right? And actually, that's what this card speaks of. It talks about the fire within us. Sorry, someone just walked in. That's why I had to pause. But this talks about the fire within us being so like inflamed. That's probably not. The fire within us burning so hot and so bright that we can no longer hold it. We have to the fire, of course, represents passion. It represents our desires, and they're so strong, and they're pushing us. They're pushing us to change. They're pushing us to do what it is that we need to do. In the book, actually, it talks about like stepping out of the box. The old rules no longer apply, and it talks about how your passion is pushing you forward and causing change to happen within your life, and drastic change. And so this is a card saying, notifying you of this, and saying, let this happen. Let your fire push you forward. You will shine brightly, and you will change your life, but for the positive, and you need to let this happen. And that's the advice given here. If you don't feel like this applies to you, I can see how it might apply to the person that you're connecting with. So take it how it resonates. But this is definitely a call to let your passion burn. Let it help you become something new. Let it help your life become something new, possibly, if that is how it resonates for you. But let that passion push you forward. Don't try and box it in. Don't try and contain it. So anyway, Capricorn, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Like I said, this is all that I have for you this week. So good luck to you. Remember to be positive, both in your words and in your thoughts, and be generous and grateful so you can draw that back into your life. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope I see you back here again in the future. Bye.